go.
I mean, we ain't doing bad, but we ain't doing great. What the man?
Well, I've hit my breaking point. I literally cannot afford to live, pay bills, or any of this shit. And why the am I alive? Like, I almost just bawled my eyes out inside a Walmart because I realized that I literally cannot afford to live. What the f is wrong with our economy? Like, what? It's either like this is my weekly life. It's either eat, pay money to eat, or don't pay other bills, or pay bills and don't eat, or like it's just like I have to ask my parents to help me to survive because I have no money. Because all my money goes to bills. How people live like this? And I'm just like, I don't even know what to do. Like, I almost think I need to move home because, like, I literally have no money to survive. Like, this is fucked. This is literally fucked. Why is the government and why are the states and why is all this shit built like this?
I'm about to lose everything, and I don't know what else to do besides come up here and vent because I'm at wit's end. For like over half a year, maybe a year now, I have been struggling to pay all my bills on time. And when I first moved into this apartment 5 years ago, that wasn't an issue at all. When it comes to monthly bills in general, my bills aren't as high as a lot of people who I know are struggling and making it happen. So I feel ashamed sometimes as a man or as a person that I can't come up with the bills. It's frustrating. My educational background is an actor, and originally I was in LA before the pandemic trying to figure out how to make that a career, and COVID kind of brought me back to Philadelphia. When it comes to acting, what I love, what I dream, I can't pay my bills off of that. And to supplement my income.
You're from Philly. You moved out to Cali, get an acting career. Now he's back in Philly. And he tells you the reason why. Because of the C Ragamuffin, which is what? We know what that, everything that's happening is planned that way. Like FDR said, nothing happens in politics by accident. If it happens, you best be sure that it was planned that way. So this is all a plan. This thing, November 1st, with the EBT being cut off, that's a plan. That's to cause chaos. This is all about auto-ab chaos. Bring complete chaos and disorder, and then bring order. And the order will be the microchip. Moving on.
I drive Uber. Now, when I first started driving Uber, like in a weekend, Friday to Sunday, it would be easy to make, $700. Let's say on average, 5 to 7, maybe 8, maybe 4, depending on how busy it was. But, I was able to get by. And unfortunately, every year, as the cost of groceries and electricity and everything has been going up, the amount that I've been able to make off of Uber has been going down. It seems like they'll charge somebody $40 and then they offer the person who's driving an Uber $12. If they charge them with $60, they offer the person driving for Uber $16. It's crazy how much money they take. So it's become harder and harder to supplement my income with Uber. And I've gone to try to work for other jobs because of that. And like many of us, started blowing up my credit cards. So I maxed out all my credit cards, and I can't make those payments. I'm struggling to pay the car payment, the car insurance, the rent, the electricity, the internet, the phone. I'm trying to keep up with all those bills and picking and choosing. And I'm starting to get to the point where it's like I'm months behind. I'm making payment plans. I'm trying to figure out what's most important. And it's all just like starting not to make sense. I try to keep optimistic in the midst of all that though, and I'm applying for jobs. I got accepted. I'm good at like interviews. I crush them. When I get a chance to talk to somebody, often I get hired. But I got offered a job at Abercrombie & Fitch. They're gonna pay me $12 an hour. So I can't. That doesn't even make sense. So I'm at the point where it's like no job will pay me enough to cover my bills, and now my bills are so far behind. It's like I need $3,000 to fall from the sky, or I'm eventually gonna just like, I don't know, they're gonna repossess my car, or I'll get an eviction notice eventually. My girlfriend lives with me, man. She works 40 hours a week. She only brings in $2,000 a month. So
what they don't understand is going to get worse.
All right, shalom, shalom. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Chavadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who rule well and who teach well. Much peace and mercy to the hopeful elect. You brothers and you sisters, wholeheartedly waiting upon the Lord Yahweh to send his only begotten Son Yahushai to deliver us from his captivity. To you I say shalom. So it's going to be an in-transit video. And I was watching the Apostle Tahar's video lesson. These Edomites are starting to feel it. Right? These Edomites are starting to feel it. And I had did a video a while back, a few months back. Esau was in his car. He was venting, and that was one of the recent videos that I seen. But the apostle, he was watching. I don't remember what brother it was, but he had a compilation of different Edomites just complaining about life. And how they can't afford their bills, how they can't afford to eat, and pay bills at the same time, right? And you know, the elder quoted Deuteronomy 30:7. Deuteronomy 30:7, the Lord is going to turn and put all of these curses on our enemies, and our main enemy is Esau, Edom. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is plaguing these people, man, and it really started with the cruel Lord, as it is written in Isaiah 19:4, I believe, the 4th verse. It talks about the cruel Lord, and I was set over the Egyptians, a cruel Lord and a fierce king. He's gonna, hey, Donald Trump is that face. We know he's just a puppet. He's just following orders. However, he is the one that's set up to really bring a lot of these prophecies to pass. He's set up to bring a lot of these prophecies. You know, a lot of these prophecies will be fulfilled. You know, through him. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is going to use him because he's that cruel Lord. You see, the cruel Lord. He's getting rid of these benefits. He's starting to, you know, move these militaries within these different neighborhoods. Right, the whole ICE program thing. We're starting to really see the Heavenly Father make his moves. Because, you know, the scriptures say that, you know, Esau has a short time, right? Woe unto you, or woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil has come down unto you having great wrath, knowing that he had but a short time. This man knows that his time is coming. So he's witnessing the power, the grasp that he had over the earth, the sway over the minds of the people. He's witnessing that it's starting to fade. You know, he can't just say something and people just take it and run with it now. People are looking things up. People are Googling things. AI is starting to, you know, release certain pieces of information that it wasn't supposed to, and they had to go in and take it out. So now you ask AI again, they ain't saying the same thing no more. So the information is out there, right? The truth is out there. The scriptures say that the truth, that which have been so long without fruit, is finally being declared. And it started with the prophets. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai had his men out here on the highways and the byways, and also making these videos, uploading them to the YouTube. And the scriptures say that when this gospel shall be preached, then shall the end come. So this gospel had to be preached, you know, around the whole world. Everybody knows about the Hebrew Israelites. You've heard about them. You've seen them. You've witnessed, you know, a piece of the doctrine, and it either didn't suit well with you, and you know, that's just the parable of Matthew 13, the sower seed. Some fell upon, you know, stony places and upon thorns, and, you know, by the wayside, and some fell upon good ground. Not everybody that hears this word is going to receive it, and not everyone. 144. Not everyone is going to receive this word, and not everyone is going to repent. You're going to have some who may seem like they're receiving it, and they fall off 2-3 weeks, a couple months later. So this thing is only for the elect, and that's why we hope and pray that we are of that number. We hope and pray we are of that number, because the elect is going to receive the victory. You see. So within all of these things that's happening, prophecies coming to pass, you got a lot of people bugging out because shit, they can't afford things, man. Money. This man has set up this world, not just America. He has set up this world to revolve around money. If you got money, you a big shot. You that guy, you him. If you got that bread, that cheddar, that cheese, that dough, that guap, whatever you want to call it. And a lot of people have been going partying every weekend, buying bottles, going to the clubs, you know, continually shopping for clothes and things like that, and they haven't noticed that the prices of food is inching up, the price of gas is inching up, rent keeps going up. Rent goes up every year. Whether it's $20, $40, $50, how many ever dollars a month or a year, it goes up every year. So you might have moved into your apartment when the rent was $1,100, and you've been there for 2, 3, 4 years, how many ever years, and now your rent is damn near $1,500. You see? So now you went from paying just $1,100 a month to paying $1,500 a month. That's an extra $400 a month. And then you got your car note, you got your insurance, you got all these different other bills that you have to pay. And in the midst of that, you got these different subscriptions, YouTube, you got Apple Music, Spotify, you got Peacock, Netflix, whatever, internet. You got the internet bill, cell phone bill, and you got all these bills. You got all of these bills, and they're constantly coming. Every single month, they constantly come. So a lot of people not budgeting their money. You know, they go out to eat. You might buy you an outfit. You know, you might shop. You know, whatever. So now when the bills come around, you're like, oh shit, I can't pay I don't have enough money to pay this bill. I don't have enough money to pay this bill. I don't have enough money to buy me some food because I just paid this bill. So now they're stuck in straits. Now okay, I'm gonna miss this meal so I can pay this bill. You gotta miss a meal to pay a bill, man. Tell me that's not and this is your kingdom. This is Esau's kingdom. This is your heaven. You gotta miss a meal to pay your bills. And then, Lord willing, I put the video in the post-production. But that's the case that the American, so-called American man and woman is in right now. And what Esau does is he understands that people are struggling and scraping for ends meet, right? The jobs that they're living, or the jobs that they're working, are not enough to pay for their cost of living. So what? He set up different avenues. Okay, well, you can do Uber Eats, or you can do what's the other one? DoorDash or Grubhub, right? You got these different Amazon, the package delivering, or what about Ship? You got these different app services that Esau has infiltrated, because at one point you could do these, use these apps, especially pre-panned, if you know what I mean. People was making money off that, but since the whole pan the pan happened, right? Or the plan. That money's just crap now. People was making $700-800 a week, shit, sometimes in a couple days off of those little apps. And now you barely scraping up $20, $25, $30 for 2 or 3 hours. You work 2 or 3 hours, you barely scraping up $30, $40. You see? So then what next? What next? How can you survive? For women, the first thing that they do is sell a box. They gotta pay their rent, they gotta eat. They're gonna start selling that box. And for men, shit, ain't nobody buying you. So the first thing that they do, okay, well, I gotta figure out how to. You're either gonna do something illegal, which is gonna put you in the worst case, in jail or whatever, or you're gonna do something like gambling. That's why they got casinos and all that. If you watch football, for you brothers that like football out there, that every other fucking ad is about gambling. FanDuel, MGM this, or ESPN, whatever. It's consistently, every single other commercial is something about a gambling app, because they know everybody is fucked up money wise. So they like, damn, I can get this, I can win that. So now they get you hooked on gambling. So when you get hooked on gambling, you fuck your money up worse than what you were already fucked up with. So now the situation that you were in before is 20 times worse than the situation that you're in now. Or the situation that you're in now is 20 times worse than the situation that you were in before. Because you thought that you could make a couple dollars on these different gambling apps. So the little money that you were making, you was trying to put that on there to make some more. And this is the snare, that's the trap. Esau Edom has set it up so perfectly to where he's been siphoning people's money and putting you in this position where now you feel like you're getting desperate. And then what happens when you start getting desperate? You start to do things that's out of the ordinary. You start to do things that's not, you're starting to do things out of character, right? For the people that's out there, I never put no micro whatever in my, but now you start to see that life is starting to take a turn for the worse. You're not able to pay your bills. You're not able to eat. You're not able to go out and enjoy yourself anymore. They're cutting off the food stamps. Now you can't even depend on the government to supply you food stamps so you can at least eat. You were able to eat, but you had to kind of scrape up the little bit of money you was making to pay your rent and your car note and all these different bills so that you can keep your regular, your regular daily life going. But now you don't have that safety net of having some food. Oh yeah, I know I'm gonna be able to eat. Now people they don't know if they're gonna be able to eat. And what happened in ancient Egypt when there was a famine, the famine of 7 years? What happened? They started to sell themselves, man. They sold themselves into slavery. First they sold their lands and their cattle, right? Or their goods. Then they land and their cattle. Then they said, we ain't got nothing else. And then they sold themselves for bread so that they can survive, so that they can eat. Esau Edom he's literally working the same method. He's about to have you people struggling. He's about to have you people in a famine, a want of bread, a want of water, snacks and different shit like that. Motherfuckers love hot Cheetos and Doritos, Mountain Dew and Pepsi, right? Them sugar cravings. He got you hooked on phonics to all of this sugary shit. So now, when you starting to have withdrawals, you're gonna start acting out of character. Oh yeah, I know, I gotta get this, I gotta get my food. You had the one chick, I did a video. You had the one chick, she said, oh no, I'm gonna walk into that Walmart and I'ma fill up my basket, $700 something worth. And if I swipe that card and it declined, I'm walking out with all my stuff. And I dare you to follow me. If you gonna follow me to that car, if you feeling froggy, the black woman. But this is the mindset, the acting out of character. Why? Because of the lack of bread. And that's what goes into 2nd Ezra 15, right? Amos, we would say, I was sent a famine in the land, but not of bread and water, but of the hearing of the word of the Lord. So there's going to be a famine of actual bread, and then there's going to be a famine of the word. So not only will you not know what the fuck is going on, you're not going to understand what's going on, but you're also going to be put in a position where you feel like you have to make a dire decision. And then Revelation 3 and 10, Revelation 13 and 16 comes in. So those who have kept his word, who have been patient, who have been, what the scriptures say, they that abide under the shadow of the Almighty, those who have hearkened unto this message, received this message, repented, called on the name of the Lord, and walked in that path, he said, I will keep thee from the hour of temptation. But all of these other people who've been right? La la la. You thought shit was sweet. Thought your shit didn't stink. Now you're about to be cut off from these different benefits and put in a position where you're going to have to sell your body. Literally. And then when that don't work, you're going to have to take that MOTB, man. So it's just all just a matter of time. And Esau a lot of these Edomites, they gonna buck up against it. But most of you people is you gonna be with it, man. Cause you soft. Most of you people will be with it because you hate adversity. You hate to be afflicted. You know, and you'll do any and everything to stay out of adversity. Motherfuckers can't even go an hour or 2 hours without stuffing their face with something, man. If you can't go 2 to 3 hours without eating, you got a problem. You have a problem. And this is why we rehearse the righteous acts. You know, we fast. You know, the Day of Atonement. Right? We eat unleavened bread during the Passover. Right? No leaven. Rehearsing the righteous acts and getting in the spirit of being holy. It puts you in a completely different mindset. And in that being in that mindset, it makes you move contrary to this world. That's why the scriptures say, be conformed by the renewing of your mind. Be not conformed to this world, but be renewed in your mind. Because they're going to do what they want to do to this body. But if your spirit is right, if your mind is right, hey, man, they can't touch you, man. You with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You know, you got the Lord on your side, man. But if you feel like the Lord ain't, you know what I'm saying? Hey, to a lot of you people are going to lose it, man. When you have nothing else to lose, you're going to lose it. The elder made that quote. You know? So I'm in it there. I pray this is edifying and exhorting in the spirit. I want to give all praises again to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Chabadash. Shalom.